Alright, here we go. The purpose of this video is to teach you how to use your calculator to convert degrees to DMS, which means degrees, minutes, and seconds, and backwards, and how to round to say a certain degree or a certain minute, whatever we tell you to do. So this video is going to be very quick, but you do need your graphing calculator so you know how to follow along, so go get it. So this is what we're going to do. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to convert just a standard degree into degrees, minutes, and seconds. And to do that, all you need is your graphing calculator. And I have it written off to the side over here. So the first thing you need to do is just type 23.456 into the calculator. And then what you do is you press the second button. Now the apps button is what's going to take you to your angle menu. And then you can see number 4 is just convert to DMS. Click enter, and it's done. It just did it for you. As you can see, you should have exactly what I have over here, 23 degrees, 27 minutes, and 21.6 seconds. Okay? Now, this is just a much more accurate way of thinking of angles because, as you remember from drawing on the last video, it goes clockwise and counterclockwise. Well, if you think about a clock, every time that second hand moves, that minute hand moves just a little bit. Same with the hour hand. So when we say 1 second, you know, we're thinking time, but 1 second in angle terminology is when that clock hand moves 1 second, how far did that hour hand move? That's another story. So that's how much more accurate you can get when it comes to writing angles. So how do you go from degrees, minutes, and seconds just straight to degrees? So if I gave you an angle, 273 degrees, 54 minutes, and 36 seconds, how do you change that to just degrees? Well, again, it's all based on which buttons you push. So we need 273 degrees. So we have 273. And then you press second angle, number 1. And now we need our 54 minutes. So 54, second angle, number 2. And then you press 36. And if you go to second angle, you're going to realize you don't have a seconds symbol. That's because it's not actually in there. It's actually your alpha plus. So what you would need to do is quit back out of there. And just remember your seconds is alpha plus. And there's your 36 seconds. Now all you have to do is click enter. And you'll see that you get 273.91 degrees. So the reason we're showing you this is because sometimes it's going to tell you to round to the nearest 100th of a degree, nearest 1,000th of a degree, or sometimes it might tell you to round to the nearest minute. It might tell you to write it in degrees, minutes, and seconds. You need to know how to use your calculator to do so. So you know how to go from degrees to DMS and DMS to degrees. Well, what if I asked you to round to the nearest minute? Well, rounding to the nearest minute is kind of like rounding in general. When we round numbers, we know 0.5 and above rounds up, but anything below 0.5 stays the same. Well, what's half of a minute? 30 seconds. So anything less than 30 seconds stays the same. So if I wanted to round 53 degrees and 42 minutes and 25 seconds to the nearest minute, we would just keep the 42. So it would be 53 degrees and 42 minutes. But just like rounding, 0.5 of a minute is 30 seconds and above. If you're rounding to the nearest minute when you have 30 seconds or more, then you round that minute up just like you were rounding up if there was a 0.5. So this would become 37 degrees and 18 minutes because 33 is more than half a minute. All right, and that's it. It's just to help you answer questions when you're following directions. So if the directions tell you to round to DMS, then you just use your calculator. If it says round to the nearest minute, then you still use DMS on your calculator, but you round to the nearest minute like we just showed you. If it says round to the nearest tenth of a degree, then you might need to take your DMS and change it to degrees and then answer the question appropriately. All right, this is Longo, and I'm out. See you, bye.